So you guys already know what's going on. The boys are out for a special assignment again today. Very popular spot. If you know, you know. We got Damien out. And we got a couple hours logged out of our day. We're gonna invest into this river heavily. So the plan is we're gonna start up here. We left Damien's car about a mile down. First hop in here, hit a couple of the holes. As you can tell, there's kind of a lot of fishermen, more than we expected. So we're gonna hop in, check this area out. And just in our wetsuits, everything, just raw dog it all the way down to where the car is and just see everything we could hit along the way. We've dove this river a couple times in the last couple months, and I keep going in my 5'4" surf suit. The it was 53 degrees last time we were diving it, and it is cold. So today I'm whipping out the 7 mil dive suit. It's 93 degrees today, so I should be chilling in that water. I don't know if you guys could tell. I mean, Damien hasn't said anything about it, so I'm a little insulted, but your boys got a little tune-up. We shaved down the mullet for optimal aerodynamics when we're underwater. So if we're recovering 2 times the snags we usually do, I'm not gonna say it's the haircut, but I'm gonna ask you guys to fast forward 10 seconds. You do not want to see what my face looks like after I come out of this thing. I told y'all to fast forward. I'll see you guys in the water. Welcome back underwater, everybody. So anytime I'm in the water, it's a very good day. The fact that you guys are joining me along for the dive makes it even better, because I love making these videos. I love diving. I love cleaning up our rivers. And it seems to me, basing off YouTube analytics, that you guys are enjoying these videos more than my other videos, which I'm not going to say I'm offended by, because, you know, spending 24 hours in a portable sauna on top of St. Helens is pretty cool too, but I guess this is cooler. But this was another awesome day of diving. We spent a lot of time in the water, saw a bunch of cool stuff, recovered a bunch of snags, cleaned those snags up. We even found another lead pile like we did in our previous video. You'll see later on in the video. People will also probably try to claim that that's staged as well. But we also did something new where at the end of the video, we have our big giant bundle of snag. We posted a video on TikTok of us stashing it somewhere, and we gave the opportunity to one of the viewers to go and find it. And they did in a couple hours. Hey, did you know razor claws live here?
Steelhead, yes, good setup. Solomon, yes, good setup. And the halibut! It's a good setup for halibut, but not really.
So we just got done floating in this main common area, and honestly we did not find too much. We just came to the truck to drop some stuff off before we begin our drift. Not the craziest haul at all. It's very deep. The water is pretty fast. Like right up under that ledge is like 40 feet of water to the bottom. So it's not really effective on one breath hold to go down and pull out snags, but we also didn't see anything too impressive. So we're gonna go begin our drift down. Not sure how long it's gonna take. Ain't nothing like some dive fuel. I'll get the boys buzzing, all right. So I'm just gonna narrate over the rest of the dive. I got some feedback in my previous videos that instead of talking for only a little bit of the dive, that I should talk through the whole thing. So you guys are in luck, because I'm a professional yapper. So we started our drift, and we didn't go very far until we found this log, and we figured there's got to be some nasty snags under it, especially because it's such a highly fished river, especially this area. And sure enough, we get down there, we found one snag on top, which is this one we're pulling out right now. We got that one taken care of. That one was easy. And then you'll see there's another bigger snag on the bottom. That took a little bit more effort, a couple more dives. And then, you know, you found the Lewis Special. Been seeing a lot of these kind of setups around here. It's pretty funny, actually, the stuff that you'll see in the water in general, but especially around trees and logs and debris in the water. Obviously, things get caught up on it. Things even crash into it, like this RC boat. It was funny. We ended up taking it back to shore with us, throwing it in the trash. Yeah, once we got to the bottom here, we found a pretty big snag. And, well, first, Damien saw this little toadfish, stuck his finger to it, and it actually bit his finger, which is hilarious. Like, it actually latched on and held. I don't know. I've just never seen a fish attack a human underwater yet. Even though it was a little one, it was still pretty funny to see. Those things are pretty hostile. for their size, like a little chihuahua. But we get down to this snag, and you got a big rope holding the snag together, a bunch of branches. There's so much line, and these snags are so complicated that, you know, you kind of got to get a couple dives in, break some branches, do what you got to do to free up the majority of the snag. And, you know, we can't always get the whole thing. There's, like, seems like millions of miles of line sometimes in these snags, and there's just so much pieces to cut and tear off. But we got the main section of this, pulled it out, and we ended up taking it back to shore with us, dumping on the car before we began our drift, because we're still very close to the boat launch. So I took it out, brought it back to the truck, and we hopped back in the water. And not very far from there, we started drifting down the current, and we saw this stump. And this was in pretty shallow water, probably 10 feet, 12 feet of water. So the current's kind of ripping through here, so I would need to hold on with one hand to the stump and work with the other. And this was a pretty easy snag to get rid of, minus the current just ripping you. So me and Damien tag teamed it quick and got rid of it and cleaned the stump up like nothing ever happened. But this thing looks like a tree was growing out of that river. I don't know, it looked like a solid stump. So we then begin our drift officially, sorta. As you can tell, we're kind of sorta going over our first rapid. Pretty cool. You're moving pretty fast. You'll kind of get spit around, shot into some little water tornadoes. But this little bundle of trash, this is the result of the being at the end of the current. It all just washes up against this wall. So you had a bunch of debris and trash and whatnot. And then I found this big jar of coon shrimp that honestly looked like it hasn't been there for too long. But then on second look, could have been down there for a while. Who knows? We ended up opening it up later, giving it a smell test. I don't think it passed. So we've already been floating probably an hour since I dropped off that last stuff at the car, even less. And we found this ledge that drops down to 30 feet here. There's a steelhead that just shot out from under this ledge, as you can see. And this is that lead pile I was telling you guys about. This was pretty crazy though, because it's similar to where that other lead pile that we found was, but this water was moving so fast. And you get down there and you're just pressed up against these rocks. And these little lead, this lead that we're seeing, even though it looks like you could just grab it, it's so pressed in there that a lot of the stuff we couldn't even grab. Like, you got to go down there and spend time. And I don't know, this spot was cool, but it was kind of sketchy too. Like, the first time I went down, like I said, it's at 30 feet. I just got, like, beat up by the rocks, just pressed up against the rocks by the strong current. And just, it spit me out, like, 30 feet from where I originally dove in. Yeah, you have to, like, hold on to a rock or, like, swim as fast as you can against the current to try to get, like, this whole time I'm picking up with two hands, I'm swimming as fast as I can. So you're burning a lot of energy, and it's not really effective because you're on a single breath hold. Like I said, we're not using any scuba tanks. We're going down free diving. So, you know, you get a couple handfuls of lead, you go up, recover, get a couple breaths in, do it all over again. So obviously if we were in scuba tanks, this would be a lot more effective. But like I said, we do this because we like the challenge. Are they chronic?
They're chronic, but I think they went bad.
I also found this guy, and I had to pick him up just because of how giant he was.
Is that him? Oh, yeah, that's him, bro.
Look at his claws. He's huge. So we ended up hanging out around this deep ledge where we found that lead pile for an hour and a half, and we just kept finding a bunch of cool stuff. And then we realized that we're still so close to the boat ramp, it just doesn't make sense to do the whole drift because we've already been in the water for 4 hours. So as you can tell, we are not at Damien's car, we're still at my truck. We just spent like the last 4 hours just diving in this area, and we kept trying to drift down, and we just kept finding snags and snags and snags. And then by the time we're like, all right, let's start drifting, my GoPro battery's almost dead. We got a full jar full of different snags and garbage. No need to drift down today, so we're gonna go dig through all this stuff right now, figure out what to do with what, and then go get Damien's truck.
This is before fluorocarbon. It's before the rod and reel.
Yeah, buddy. But once you really get in there, you realize this thing is just a nest. It's thick.
This is my favorite one right here. I'm pretty sure these are glow in the dark. But there's like 6 of them in there. Here, bro, you can use this. Next time you're throwing a spinner, use this one.
You guys already know. Another day in the office.
This thing gonna float, bro.
Alright, so we came up with a plan on what we're gonna do with these bigger snags. Now that we're doing this a lot more often. Last time we just gave a bunch, well, we just gave the whole snag away to the kids that were fishing. Right now, we took off a couple stuff. I'm gonna make some wall art with, I don't know, I have an idea for this, but we'll see. Because I always have people asking for these snags. So we're just gonna stash it somewhere. I'll post a video on TikTok and then someone will recover it and yeah, they'll be happy. The remainder of the snag we stashed right by. I just made a video for TikTok. I'm gonna post it. We put it right by the boat ramp. So I figure someone's gonna want it because people always ask me for these snags and someone's gonna get it. So that's the end of that. We're gonna get out of here. If no one picks it up in a couple days, no one sends me a video, then I'm gonna come back and just grab it. So we're not trashing the place. But that's it for this video. We're definitely gonna be diving again soon. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
I got it.
What are you gonna do with this?
I'm gonna cut all the stuff out of it.
You are?
Yep.
Yay.